Hello, everybody. It's day 3 of our superhero manga series. Last time we went over powers, and these were the ones that I came up with. So, using our questions that we answered for our storyboard, you're going to develop some characters, and then we're going to learn how to put them into action poses. So, looking over my list here, I talked about the things that mattered most to me, who matters most to me, what I'm afraid of, what would I do to conquer the fear, and what the personal style is of the overall manga, because these were answers that spoke to me, and I want you to use answers that speak to you. While I'm looking over this, if I look at these two issues here, I can make it about either one, or I can make it about something else entirely. I do want to make it, I think I'm going to pick World Hunger. So if I'm looking at all of my powers here, I can get inspiration and think about what kind of powers my World Hunger character will be. I really love the idea of a food grower. That to me really felt important to me. I think because I knew that I wanted to focus on this topic all along. So you might have an idea come to you right away, or it could just come to you all of a sudden. And that's the amazing part about the art making process, is that our thoughts, they evolve and they change. Okay, so expect your idea to change. That is okay. When I'm thinking about my World Hunger character, hero, who is a food grower, I'm going to make them the protagonist of this story. And a protagonist, well, that's the hero, the person that you're rooting for, okay? So this is going to be a hero. And heroes, they're not a one-size-fits-all situation. There's all sorts of heroes, as you saw in the last few videos, everywhere. That ranges from cute to scary to even really hand-drawn and simple to very complex and even computerized. So when you're creating your character, there is no pressure. Just come up with what you feel will look really cool and be exciting to you. This is a food grower world hunger solver, and I'm going to just get going. You already have learned how to draw your faces, your bodies, so I am just going to go really quickly here while I develop my character. And something really important here to think about is the outfits. The outfits are very, very important to the superheroes. They often have different features that can help with their powers, or they can kind of look costumey, or they can actually look like everyday people like you and me. So just think through the outfit and think about why. So you don't need to spend too much time on developing your characters. Really quickly, this is one character I developed, and she feeds people who need food. From my story, I developed my characters here. This is Mama T, as in Mother Teresa, always here to save the day. Her hair gives people food to eat, and she can really defeat those bad guys. This is a horse. He is a robo horse, and his name is Tracer. And this villain over here, this bad guy, his name is Chaos. He has flames for hands, a brain that's exposed with spikes on it. He has a bunch of ribbons wrapped everywhere, and he is a really bad guy, okay? So this is my characters, and something I didn't teach you how to do yet is to put them into action, which is what we're going to do right now. We already learned the rules of the body, okay? Where if you were standing nice and tall, it would really just be those basic proportions that we've been working on forever. About 2 sizes the head down, and it kind of looks like a stick figure when we get started here, but it does not end up staying like a stick figure. No way. I'm blocking out where the head, the torso, the legs will go. Always give yourself those shoulders. Arms don't extend farther than the bottom of your torso. You don't want to make them too long, too short. You get your waist in there. The waist can come out, the waist can come in. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to draw your characters. So whatever kind of look you're going for is what I want you to achieve today. So I'm just going to quickly doodle-a-doo, and then you can see the difference between someone standing very calmly and the kind of attention we will pay to spending more time looking like the characters are really in action. There we go. That is an example of a person who is not really doing anything actiony. They're just walking. Okay, so walking, that's nothing too crazy, not really showing off our powers, just kind of doing everyday tasks. And this is also not one of my characters. Giving you an example of how you would plan serious action poses, it all depends on the lines you're going to make when you're starting off your stick figure. Now they're going to be a little bit more advanced than what I did here. Let me show you. If you notice, looking at all of these characters, you can see the head shape. You can see the lines leading down the middle, down the legs, up the arms. The 2 words that need to stick into our brains here are line and direction. As long as you are making those lines in the direction each body part will go, you will have a really great action pose. I want you to take some time studying these beautiful figures, because this is going to help you create your own. Back to our characters here. Action poses are going to be really, really fun to make, okay? Because it's really going to bring your characters to life and just make it so exciting to the eye. And especially when you add those powers in there, that's gonna look so cool, okay? So they're not using their powers yet today. And if I'm thinking about what action pose I want my characters to be in, let me sharpen my pencil. Ooh, or actually, let me stick to mechanic pencil. It's one of my favorites. Okay, I'm gonna think of a really cool pose when she's throwing these apples or oranges or just, you know, basic fruit to save the day. So I'm gonna think about her muscles and the fact that this is, I'm gonna do a crouching pose, okay? Where her leg is gonna come up here and then the other leg will kind of crouch down, and she's just gonna kind of be like really cool, looking like she's about to throw. Okay, and this arm's gonna go back, and I'm really just making lines here. separated my upper arm and lower arm, I separate my upper leg and my lower leg. Always do that. You can always plant a foot at the end, no harm in that. Same thing here, separate my upper leg. I think I want the direction to be a little bit more down. Okay, you can add your knee or there. Use knees and elbows to guide you. And then, okay, my other foot will go there, sure. Why not? We could always change it later if we don't like it. Okay, so here I have it. And my torso will be kind of like tucked under. Mama T, I want her to be, you know, having muscles popping out. She's really strong. So now I'm gonna really build off. Thinking about the pose she's making, we don't see her neck. It's tucked in. Some poses you will see a neck, and some poses you won't. So think through when you will and will not see a neck. Best practice actually, while you're really studying how to do figures, or just, you know, especially figures in action, which can get a little bit trickier. There's more thinking, more experimenting. You can ask a family member to pose for you. That is always a really great thing to do. I don't know about you, but sometimes I just forget what things look like. Even look at my hands sometimes, draw a hand. It's a really great thing. You don't know what it looks like? Well, try to make it happen in person, and then you can really break down those lines and shapes better. Sometimes things come to us right away, sometimes not, and that is okay. I'm just going with my feelings here. You can use the elbows and knees, or you can just wing it. Remember, as things are closer, they get bigger. So I'm gonna make this happen in my drawing. This is much different than last manga drawing because it's way more action. I'm pretty much gonna make her like flying in the air. And remember, something really cool about superheroes, they can do anything, and flying is what she does. Great. Okay, so that's how I would do like an action pose. Oh, you can get those fingers in there. So much fun, okay? Whatever you want to do. You can even add clothes, and you could even apply your character to this position. Thinking about another one, okay. The villain guy. He is going to be kind of have his back bent, like he's using his full force. So his torso is going to turn like this, okay? And he's going to have his kind of torso popping out this way, building up his thigh. Now you can think through all the different kinds of curves of the body. If you need some inspiration, you can pause this video, go back, and look at all those beautiful pose ideas. Go pick your favorite and practice. So his arm's going to be extended out like this. And I'm just trying my best. Your best is good enough because you are studying, you are figuring it out. Keep creating. The more we create, the more we are building these skills. This is such an enjoyable thing to do. And he's going to, instead he floats in evil clouds, Mr. Chaos. Remember, power is nothing but a bunch of lines and shapes. Really simple, really cool. Okay, so there you have it. I just gave you some examples of how to draw superheroes in action, and I want to see what kind of action poses you come up with. I'll see you next time when we make our storyboards. Stay tuned.